Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are. It was actually 11:30 p.m., nearly midnight in the UK. So first things first, I just want to welcome everybody on this Masterminding for Success podcast. Super excited, super pumped up for what we're about to be delivering and sharing on this, platform. As you can all see, if you're tuning from Facebook, we just want to welcome you. If you're tuning from Instagram, we just want to welcome you. If you're tuning from YouTube, we also want to welcome you, or even Twitter, wherever you're tuning from, we just want to welcome you to our Masterminding for Success podcast. I'm one of the hosts, and then we have Mr. Zeshan, who's also the host. So Zeshan, over to you, my friend. Introduce yourself real quick, and then we'll be going directly into what our podcast is going to be about.
Thank you very much. My name is Zeshan, and I'm your co-host on this podcast. We're going to be having a lot of fun. We're going to be going through many different topics through business, health, education, and more important than that, we're going to be impacting and changing the direction of the lives that people are going through all across the world. Well, just through the power of technology and the internet. We're both from the UK. I'm 21 years old. And my background is in research. Outside of that, I'm also an author in network marketing. I also invest in commodities like gold and silver and a few other things. So that's a little bit about myself. Hopefully you'll get to know a bit more about myself and Mohammed as our journey continues on this great project that we're working on.
Wow, that's amazing. Just seeing the fact that you're 21 years old, investing in gold, and also silver, the fact that you also look into real estate, the fact that you also do network marketing, the fact that you do all these incredible things, helping and changing the direction of many lives, including myself. So it's an absolute pleasure and honor to honestly be working directly with you. And it's incredible. A lot of people just see the social media, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Snapchat, Zeshan, but the fact that I know you on another level where I can just call you anytime I want, really ask you things on a personal level is absolutely incredible. So it's amazing. That's your background. Incredible story. And myself, very simple guy, 19 years old from London, currently full-time student. So I don't know what's going to happen with our stuff because nobody's doing exams and whatnot. So God knows what's going to happen. But alongside that, I'm also an author of 2 books, both on entrepreneurship and success, life, and money. Really. And also, I'm involved in network marketing, which I've been involved over for the last 2 years nearly. And alongside that, studied full-time, as I said. And also a student really, of personal development. But this podcast, today we have a specific topic which actually taking ownership. But before we talk about the specific topic of the first episode of the podcast, what we told me and Zeshan is that we first of all want to talk to you about why it is that we're doing this podcast. So why it is that we're doing this, and also what this podcast is going to be about, because we have specific different areas of life that we're really going to be working on. But just to start off, I'll actually mention one. So one of the first things that we're really going to be talking about on this podcast specifically is going to be health. Okay, we're going to be talking about different areas of life, but number one specifically is going to be health. Okay, and that's the first one. Zeshan, what have we got on this podcast, my friend?
Literally, guys, for those of you that are tuning in with us, we literally thought of this podcast a couple of minutes ago, and we thought we put our ideas into fruition and into actions just to show each and every single one of you that procrastination is a mother of all thieves. And actually, when you go out there and make things happen, you can change the world. The world's your oyster. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things to do with your health, your education, how you can improve your finances, how to improve your faith, how you can have your fulfillment, and many more different topics. And you'll get to hear about many different success stories and even some special guest speakers that we hear on our podcast for the foreseeable future.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, it's crazy. And another 2 things that really go hand in hand are business and entrepreneurship. The fact that we're both entrepreneurs, the fact that we're both business people, the fact that we're both involved in the exact same company, the fact that we're both involved in the exact same industry, right, specifically, is one of the main things that we're going to be discussing. Entrepreneurship and business, the future really belongs to entrepreneurs. And if you think about it, a lot of people look down and really, downgrade our professional business. But if you really think about it, who created pens? Entrepreneurs. Who created phones? Entrepreneurs. Who created laptops? Entrepreneurs. Who created, planes? Entrepreneurs. Who created cars? Entrepreneurs, right? But really, a lot of people look down on them, though they are the people that are changing them. So that's another 2 topics that we're going to be really putting a lot of emphasis on. One thing is success. You know, the whole concept of success. So, first of all, what's your definition of success, my friend? What do you see as success?
Like for me, like success will mean different things for different people. But for me, I've said this in the past, and I'll say it again. Success is doing what you want to do with the people you want to do it with, and whenever you want to do it. That's what it means to me. How about you, Mohammed? What does success mean to you?
Wow, it's incredible, because a lot of people, just like Zeshan said, a lot of people have different definitions of the entire topic, right? The entire word of success. And me personally, as I said earlier, I'm a student of personal development. I'm a student of this whole thing called mindset, right? And one of the books that I read, right, quite early in my career, in my life, is a book called Think and Grow Rich, right? And in that book, specifically, Napoleon Hill talks about how his mentor, Dale Carnegie, the author of How to Influence and Influence People, he actually talks about the entire topic of success being the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. At first, when I heard that, it didn't click on me. But when I actually started studying the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, that means success is actually a journey. It's not a destination. For example, someone that success could be a teacher, right? Someone that actually said, hey, this is what I love doing. And every single thing that they're doing that thing, that they're actually going in the morning, waking up to actually go and educate students, guess what? That person is actually a success. Why? Because they understood this is not a destination, it's a journey, it's a process, and I'm loving it. That's what they planned. But then another person could also be a success who's a doctor, who said at the age of 10, 15, 12, hey, that's what I want to do. I'm going to impact people's lives. I'm going to be doing a whole ton of surgeries, taking care of people's lives. And that person is now a success, right? So my definition, to say that once again, is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Whatever the ideal is for someone, whatever the ideal is, that is my definition of success. So now we said we're talking about in this podcast, health, business, entrepreneurship, family, success. What about money? What's your thoughts on money? Like, when someone sees the word money, what comes to your head? Because a lot of people have this negative stigma, negative, thought on the word money. We all hear the saying such as, oh, the root of all money is the root of evil. Rich people are miserable. Rich people don't give back to the community. So what are your thoughts on this?
I personally think that money is just a tool to use for things that you can both positively impact and both negatively impact both yourself and your surroundings. Like, you could have money and you could be positively impacting by a product that can benefit, a country, the world, and create millions of jobs. Or it could be you could have a lot of money and you could be creating lots of charities out there helping many people. Or you could be having lots of money and you could be negatively impacting the world. Maybe, you might be involved in crime, in drugs, things that which are not really, helping society nowadays. These are two different ways of looking at it. Yes, but it's how are you using your money to impact the world? Are you using your money to, help other people, or are you using your money to downgrade other people? What does money mean to you, Mohammed?
Man, it's crazy. Though I know me and you speak quite a lot, right, quite often. Though we never spoke exactly, this topic on money. By the way, we just touching base on those different topics, entrepreneurship, business, marketing, money, health, fitness, finance. We're just touching base on those, different topics for today. But in the coming episodes, every week we're planning on having these lives, which is also going to be on many different podcast platforms, as well as social media such as my YouTube account, Facebook, Zeshan's Facebook, IG, all these different platforms. So me personally, my definition when it comes to the topic of money is exactly the way you said it, bro. It's a tool that will magnify who you are, right? So for example, deep down in your heart, if you're an evil person, if you're someone that doesn't want to contribute to others, if you're someone that thought, oh, there's no hope in this world, so I'm just going to live my life the way I want to live my life, right? If you're someone that's clueless, if you're someone that just thought, oh, someone done that to me, so I'm going to do this to people. If you're someone like that and you're giving money, it's going to magnify you, right? It's going to magnify you. Why? Because now all of a sudden you have power. Me personally, I genuinely believe money is power. By heart, deep down, if you're someone that cares about people, that wants to help other people, that wants to empower other people, educate others, enrich others, help others find their purpose, their reason why, and actually see people crying because of their success, if you're that type of person and you're giving money, guess what? You're just now going to what? You're going to be magnified. Okay, the real you shows up when you have money. But if you don't have money, you don't really, you really and truly, you don't have the capability to show up the real you. But the moment you're given it, like imagine if you had Monday to Sunday, you had no boss telling you what to do, you were given millions every single month. Now your family, none of your family have that type of money. Guess what? You're gonna say, I'm from another planet. I'm not from here. So my definition of money is, hey, money equals power, and money is a magnifying tool. Okay, it's a magnifying tool. That's why a lot of people that were bad by heart, that didn't care about other people, when they're given money, they just become magnified, unfortunately. Okay, and then people think, oh no, this person became bad because now they have money. No. They were that before they had it. Right, before they had it. That's why I'm just excited, because there's a lot of people that I know that I've been able to meet on social media, people like Zeshan, to know marketing to business, that I'm just thinking like, these people are incredible. Like, they want to give back, they make some money from their job, they want to contribute to other people's lives. And when I see that, I'm like, wow, imagine what this person, imagine when they're making 100,000 a month, the type of contribution they'll be having. So money equals power, from my definition.
Mohammed, why do you think that people don't like people that have a lot of money?
Okay. Wow, that's a very good question. And the reason I'm going to be loving this podcast is it's going to be putting us on questions that we have to answer that we never thought about. Okay, you never told me you're going to ask me this question. I'll say it, right? Why do people that don't have money hate on people that have money? There's multiple answers to that question, right? The first question, which is real, that a lot of people don't really want to face it, is, number one, they don't know what that person went to get that money. Like, in fact, I actually mentioned this to you. I was the other day, on a phone with one of my mentors, right? Walker Fasin, and we're just speaking, and I'm like, because in business you go through challenges, right? Things that either break you or make you, right? And as we're going through this, this conversation, I'm just like, bro, you guys deserve this. I'm talking about the senior VPs, right? I'm like, you guys deserve this. Why? Because I'm seeing how tough it is to get to the top. I'm like, the fact that you guys got there, now I can see, as a student of this journey, I can see what you guys done to get there. And it ain't easy. So when I see that, I'm like, wow. Whatever you're making at that position, make 100 times more. Why? Because I'm like, man, I can see it was pretty tough to get there, right? So, and in fact, someone else, here said envy. A lot of people, when subconsciously, right, people have been cured subconsciously, and when they see someone that has achieved certain level of success, right, that has achieved or got into certain pillar, or that has raised up to certain level of success, whether you look at it monetary wise, whether you look at their faith, whether you look at their health, whether you look at their relationship with their family, friends, anyone around them, right? If someone believes, or if someone has been subconsciously killed when they're a baby, they were told, you can never amount to something, you can never become successful, who do you think you are, right? Just stick to one that you know. All those things contributing at the end to someone thinking, yeah, if someone has something, yeah, I can never be like him, so the only choice I have is to hate on him. Or I can never be like her, the only choice I have is to hate on him. So envy, jealousy, and in fact, me personally, right, one of the prayers that I make often every single day is to not have envy or hate or jealousy in my heart. I pray every single day to God, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please keep jealousy, envy, and hatred away from my heart. Why? Because we live in a world where you see somebody driving a nice car, living in a nice house, good relationship with their family, and you'll think to yourself like, well, this person has it all figured out, but you don't know what they're going through back here, right? So always, I would actually recommend everybody also make that prayer as well. So it's pretty incredible. What about you, Zeshan? What do you think? What do you think is the main core element that allows a lot of people to have envy and jealousy in their heart when they see someone else becoming success?
I think that they have envy and jealousy towards people that have successes because maybe they've tried what they did or they've attempted to become successful and maybe they failed. I also think that maybe, I've said this before, that people don't like to see other people do well. People are like elevators. They either bring you up or bring you down. And
Absolutely.
I think it all starts from our education system, with our teachers and our educators, that it's a dog world. If you don't get a star, if you don't get a star, someone else will get that place in college for you, and they start fighting. I need to get this, I need to get that. And then it then develops them into secondary school, college, that people, they train them to be like selfish in a way, and they train them to work for money instead of helping other people and helping other people succeed. Because the way you become successful is not by yourself, it's by helping other people become successful. Because to become successful, you need people. In anything, to have a successful business, you need people. To have a successful career in the corporate world, you need people. To have a successful family, you need people. Everything evolves around people. So if you help enough people, they'll eventually help you. So I think there's also a factor that they don't realize that, or they fail to realize that. That's why I think people generally hate towards people that are doing well.
Wow, man! You said it way better than what I had in head. Man, that's absolutely right, bro. The whole word of also success once again is, hey. In fact, a great individual once said, "Hey, you want to help yourself? Make your focus and target helping others get whatever they want, so you don't have to worry about what it is that you want." Right? And that's one of the reasons I actually chose as my profession, network marketing, because you have to lift, you have to enrich, educate, and empower others, get what they want, whatever that goal of theirs, whatever their why of theirs is, and then you get yours. So it's absolutely right. And what about wealth building? Of course, we're going to be talking about these different topics on different days. Okay, wealth, health, network marketing, business, entrepreneurship, happiness, and all these different things. But what is your way of looking at wealth? Because a lot of people, right? They don't even know the difference between being rich and wealthy. So what comes to your head when I say someone is wealthy?
People like Bill Gates. What's that other guy's name? The stock market. Warren Buffett, him as well. Billionaires. Now, what do they all have in common? That is wealth. And what is their wealth? Time. Because in essence, that's a true wealth. Having great health, having great time as well to spend with their families for as long as they can spend. That's why I think what having true health mean, true wealth. What about you, Mohammed? What does that mean for you?
Me personally, a lot of people, at first, actually, I didn't even know. One of my mentors told me, he in the talk, he actually asked me, hey, you know the difference between being rich and being wealthy? I was like, this is only a couple of months ago. I'm like, what? I don't know the difference. And he goes to me, being rich is having a whole lot of money coming in, right? Where your lifestyle is good now, where you can show a lot of people what's going on in your life, nice car, nice house, right? Then he said, being wealthy is how many of that you retain. And for how long can that happen without you not having to work? That's when I was like, okay. And then he further went on to explain, this is one of my mentors that introduced me to entrepreneurship and business over 30 years ago. We're just catching up, right? And when he's saying this to me, I'm like, wow. And he tells me, oh, by the way, a lot of these successful, a lot of these people that get paid big bucks, like a whole ton of money, right? When they're playing, for example, as sports people or as actors or musicians, he's telling me this. And I'm like, what? He goes, at first, when they're in their profession, they get paid a lot of money, and guess what they do? They go from being nothing to now having big house, big cars, right? Big expenses, big lifestyle. And all of a sudden, all of that is now gone. Guess what happens then? They go back to who they were, right? And he said being wealthy is making, for example, £100 a day, and instead of using 50, using like 10, 20%, and the rest goes on to either investing or saving, right? And then he said doing that for a long period of time until now you have money where you can say, okay, for the next 10 years, I don't have to work. For the next 20 years, I don't have to work. For the next 40 years, I don't have to work. For the next 60 years, I don't have to work. He said that is being wealthy. So we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be diving all of this specifically in detail. In fact, actually, just to summarize, I actually forgot that today was the first topic, which was taking ownership. But we'll make that one of the next topics specifically, which is going to be taking ownership when it comes to your health, when it comes to your faith, when it comes to your business, when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to really different areas, different aspects of life. But what do you want to say? A couple of words as a closing thing.
I want to say, wherever you're dialing in from, stay tuned, follow us, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss another episode, because we're going to be going through some powerful knowledge that is going to be worth thousands of pounds, and you're going to get it for free. That's right, for free. So you better hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, comment, and comment in the comment below. And tag 2 people that could also benefit from this type of content, especially during a lockdown all around the world. People need positivity in their life. There's already enough negativity around the world. You spend 12 hours plus watching the news, watching negative stuff. At least give us guys a go. Watch half an hour. Let us brainwash 30 minutes of positivity into your life. That's what I'll say. And what about you, Mohammed? What's your close?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well said, brother. Me personally, I would just say, hey, stay tuned every single week. We haven't actually, right up to now, we haven't actually decided which days of the week it will be. But today, as of Tuesday, was the first episode of the Masterminding for Success episode by your 2 good friends, as well as your success partners, Mr. Zeshan and myself, Mohammed Abdurrahman. And as a close about, I will just say, hey, stay tuned. Okay, we're going to be having more content. We've also got the audio recording for Anchor and many different other podcast platforms. You can actually be listening to what today's discussion was or what tomorrow's discussion will be, okay? And we're going to be doing these 2 times a week, okay? And stay tuned. Also, this is going to be, uploaded on also my website, which is coming soon. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe. And right now, give this video a like, and comment down below and actually share it to your WhatsApp status or share it with 2 of your friends so that the algorithm of YouTube knows that this is valuable content where individuals are actually sharing, commenting, and liking them. So with that said, also don't forget to turn your bell notifications on. Thank you very much. 25 minutes every single week, twice a week to change your direction when it comes to
Mohammed, before we end, where can people find you?
Oh, Mindset Mohammed on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. And Mr. Zeshan, what about yourself?
You can just add me on Instagram, give me a follow. It's ZESHAN266.
Thank you very much, guys. With that said, thank you very much. God bless each and every one of you. Stay tuned to the Masterminding for Success podcast. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless each and every one of you.
How was that?
Okay, Instagram. Thank you very much. Let me just end this here. Okay.